Welcome. A microphone my size. Please be seated. As we get started with our program, I would like to share a reminder that we're here to celebrate our outstanding graduates and all that they have accomplished. There's so much to be proud of. Let's please focus on them. Please be mindful that each student and their guests deserve to hear their name called while walking across the stage. Please hold applause until all students have crossed the stage. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Gary Lebovich, and I am the chair of the Board of Trustees. To all the parents, friends, guests, and alumni who have gathered here today, welcome. And to the class of 2025, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, let me be the first to congratulate you on your graduation from Clark and your induction into the community of Clark alumni. Congratulations. I imagine for some of you, you never thought this day would come. And for others, it's come too soon. And for others, you hunger for more as you move on to continue your studies in graduate and professional programs. While this may feel like an ending, it's really just the beginning. It's the beginning of a great adventure, the rest of your life, one that only you can define and shape. I know it sounds kind of scary, but isn't this what you've been waiting for? Take it from me, a fellow graduate of the class of 1981, Clark has prepared you well. Of course, none of you could have reached this moment on your own. I hope you take time today to pause and reflect upon all the people who made your journey into and out of Clark possible. Your teachers and professors, your friends, coaches, and mentors who helped steer and influence you, and it goes without saying, your parents, who proudly sit in the audience today and feel a tremendous sense of pride and accomplishment, and for some, I'm sure, great relief in helping you reach the stepping stone. I challenge you now to think about how you are going to show up and engage with the working world as you leave the cocoon of Clark University. Many, if not all of you, will pursue careers that require you to collaborate with others in pursuit of a common goal, be it a financial target, a research objective, or perhaps working to enhance or even save someone's life. Your chosen field may be born from a particular area of expertise that germinated during your time at Clark, or from a unique set of circumstances that you cannot even fathom today. No matter what you choose to do, I have some brief advice to share from a 35-year business career to help you capitalize on your learnings at Clark and create a rewarding, fulfilling professional journey. Bill Russell, the legendary Boston Celtics basketball player who participated in 11 NBA championship teams, 2 NCAA AA basketball championships, and led the 1956 U.S. Olympic team to a gold medal, once famously said, "The most important measure of how good a game I played was how much better I made my teammates play." Think about that for a moment. Russell's objective in any one game was not how many points he could score or how many rebounds he could pull down, but how he could raise the performance of those around him to position his team to win. Bill Russell combined his 6-foot 10-inch height, 7-foot 4-inch wingspan with an exceptional basketball IQ, a defensive intensity, and a neurotic need to win. In fact, early in his career, he got so tense before games that he regularly vomited in the locker room. Now, I'm not advocating that you need to vomit before every important encounter you have on your career path. And most of us are not blessed with either the physical or instinctive gifts of a Bill Russell to change the outcome of a game or event. But we can all share with Bill Russell is a sense of selflessness and a capacity to leverage our skills to make others around us better. As you pursue your professional goals during your career, you will come to realize that the most important attributes prized by your organization are less about what you do personally, but more about how you positively impact those around you. As you progress in your career, think about the answers to the following questions. Are you somebody that people in your organization want to follow and have on their team? Are you somebody that people emulate because they admire your playing style? Do colleagues seek you out as a mentor so they can learn how to best share the ball? None of us, I presume, will get the opportunity to play for NBA championships or Olympic gold medals. But like Bill Russell, we all want to win, and we all want to have success in our chosen field. If you want to build a long-lasting championship career, elevating the performance of those around you rather than focusing on individual achievement is a slam dunk approach. I wish you all the best in your chosen career path. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce the leader of our university, our president, David Fithian.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Chairman Lebovich. Welcome all, including those watching the live stream from around the globe. Today is the 121st time in 138 years that Clark University has held formal commencement exercises. Today, we recognize one graduating class, the class of 2025, but we celebrate, yes, give yourself a round of applause. While we recognize one class, we celebrate with each undergraduate degree we award 468 individuals and their unique paths, passions, and pursuits to this point. So much precedes this day, and so much will, of course, follow it. But for now, for this day, smile upon yourself, applaud your achievements, reflect upon your growth, celebrate your friends and classmates, and perhaps most importantly, bask in the love of those here with you and for you. All of us up here representing the trustees, administration, faculty, staff, and alumni are so proud of you, especially for overcoming all you have had to in these past 4 years. We are smiling upon you. We applaud you. We celebrate you, and we thank you for sharing these years with us. When you began at Clark, I urged you to be as engaged as possible during your time here. I urged you to take an active role in shaping your education. I urged you to think of yourself not just as a student, but also a teacher, sharing your own life experiences, perspectives, and ideas with others. I'm going to give you some of the same encouragement today. The world needs you to be engaged. The world needs you to take an active role in citizenship. The world needs you to exhibit the value of higher education, to exercise principles of free expression, to believe in the progress of ideas, and to defend democracy and individual rights. Let the skills you've developed by being so engaged at Clark, critical thinking, resourcefulness, resiliency, confidence in your voice, bridging difference through dialogue, and more, now help you to be the global citizens and leaders we need to be deeply and thoughtfully and passionately engaged in the challenges and opportunities before us. It is now my great privilege and honor to formally begin these exercises, and I'm going to ask for your help in doing so. There is a ritual that we must now perform to activate your degrees. If we don't do it, and if we don't do it right, your diplomas will be invalid. And we can't have that, right? So I'm counting on all of you, students, family members, the guests on the platform, to help with this ritual. So in a moment, I'm going to make a simple declaration, after which I need everyone in this arena to roar at the top of your lungs, a great big cougar roar. Now, the only way that those degrees become valid is if they can hear us all the way back on campus. Okay? So again, in a moment, simple declaration, I need a full-throated, no-nonsense roar. Okay? Are we ready? As the 10th president of Clark University and as an alum of the class of 1987, I declare these proceedings open. That was excellent. A+. All right, those degrees now work. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium John McGee, the university's Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Welcome, John.
Thank you, David. Good morning. We will next award this year's honorary degree, and the recipient will address our graduates. After welcoming remarks, you will hear from our graduate student speaker. The presentation of diplomas will follow. Junfu Zhang, Professor of Economics, will now present our honorary degree recipient.
Mr. President, I have the great honor of presenting Dr. Esther Duflo, the Abdul Latif Jamil Professor of Poverty Alleviation and Development Economics at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, President of the Paris School of Economics, and a Nobel Prize-winning economist who has given us a candid, unsparing, and ultimately hopeful approach toward reducing global poverty. Dr. Duflo, you have devoted your career to better understanding the economic lives of our poorest citizens, with the aim of helping design and evaluate social policies that can lift them from often crushing circumstances. Early on, you recognized the dispiriting toll of poverty on individuals, families, and entire social and economic systems. And in response, you co-founded the Poverty Action Lab at MIT, where you co-direct and where you promote the use of randomized controlled trials in policy evaluation. Astoundingly, more than 400 million people have been impacted by programs tested by the lab's affiliated researchers. Your research focuses on the microeconomics of development and the persistence of poverty, spanning topics such as education, household behavior, financial inclusion, political economy, gender, and health. Your peers have recognized your pioneering thinking with numerous academic honors and prizes, including the Princess of Asturias Award for Social Sciences, the Infosys Prize, the David N. Kershaw Award, a John Bates Clark Medal, and a MacArthur Genius Grant Fellowship. Dr. Duflo, upon learning that you will be the recipient of the Nobel Prize, alongside Abhijit Banerjee and Michael Kramer, you revealed that you hope to use the award as a megaphone in your crusade to bring poverty to its knees using scientific evidence. Indeed, you've always made sure to amplify your voice in this important arena, including through your seminal book, Poor Economics, A Radical Rethinking of the Way to Fight Global Poverty, which has been translated into more than 17 languages, as well as in your 2019 book, Good Economics for Hard Times. Dr. Duflo, your work delivers a much-needed call to action by demanding that we ask why so many of our fellow humans lack economic opportunity, why their educational options are constrained, why they struggle to meet their housing and health needs, and why they go hungry. You offer us a roadmap for taking smart, urgent, compassionate action towards solutions, with the caveat that until we take meaningful steps on behalf of those with the least, we are all the poorer for it. Mr. President, on behalf of the trustees, faculty, students, and staff at Clark University, it gives me great pleasure to request that the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa be conferred upon Esther Duflo.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Clark University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. I present you with the diploma and hood of Clark University and warmly welcome you into the company of alumni who challenge convention and change our world. Congratulations.
Good thing I am organized. I have my speech in my pocket. Mr. President, friends, colleagues, family, graduates, thank you so much for this honor and welcome. Dear graduates, let me start where we need to start. Congratulations. It took you effort, perseverance, some sleepless nights, kilos of Doritos, and much more to get to today. And first things first, let's acknowledge and celebrate that. Now, my friends, I want you to turn towards your families, blow them a kiss. Yes, please thank them loudly. I don't hear anything. Thank you, thank you. Turn towards your parents. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. For without them, you wouldn't be here today. And please turn towards your professors and thank them. Because without them, you wouldn't be here today. Please thank them. Turn to your friends and thank them. For without them, you wouldn't be here today. You can even hug them, you're right near them. Now, if you please, turn towards anyone you can identify in this room from the facilities department. They may be harder to spot, but I'm sure you can find someone somewhere. And if you don't see anyone, close your eyes, open your heart and your mind, and remember the name of a janitor, a watchman, someone in the cafeteria. Thank them and cheer for them. Do cheer for them. For without them, you wouldn't be here today. And while your mind and heart's eyes are open, please train them toward those in your life who made you who you are. Your teachers, from grade school to high school, your buddies, the bus driver who greeted you with a smile, the Little League coach, the cashier who handed you a candy one day when you looked forlorn, but also the young Hispanic man who had a shift with you at Chipotle and with whom you shot hoops after work. All the homeowners in your town who paid property taxes, to keep the lights on in the school. And even a young woman in China whom you have never met, but has assembled your iPhone. For without them, you wouldn't be here today. You can cheer. Graduates, today is a day to celebrate you and everything you have accomplished, and there'll be plenty of that. But today should also be the day where you remember you did not make yourself alone. It takes a village, they say, to raise a child, but that's not true. It takes a community, it takes a society, it takes the world. As human beings, we tend to suffer from attribution bias. We attribute our successes to our own efforts and qualities, and our misfortunes to bad luck. There's one reason why inflation is so unpopular. People see the rising prices of groceries as eating away the value of their hard-earned wages without realizing that their wages has increased by the same amount. And perhaps it was not just to recognize their own individual talents. But graduates, without taking anything away from your own indisputable qualities, I have to break it to you. What you have achieved until now, what you will achieve in the future, it's made of many things. Individual genius, effort, luck of the draw, and a web of what others, seen and unseen, are doing for you. This applies, of course, to me, just as much as it does to you. To cite just one example, I have a pretty good career, but I became an economist by accident, or perhaps more precisely by 2 accidents. First, I met a wonderful professor in the courtyard of my college on admission day, and just followed his advice to give a try to economics. Second, after a year where I hated economics so much that I escaped all the way to Russia, I met the same wonderful professor in the airport in Moscow, and for no good reason, he gave me not only a second chance, but also a job. Without those 2 chance encounters and many others along the way, I would not be here today. I would not be speaking to you. Most likely, I would be a historian, toiling in relative obscurity, and maybe having loads of fun, or maybe being very bored. I'm not sure. But what is clear is that my life would be radically different. Another lesson I want you to take from thinking about all the people who made you into who you are is that they did it not because they had to, not just because they were paid to do it, but because they were kind. You probably know Adam Smith, the patron saint of economists, my tribe. That's the one who did not expect his dinner from the benevolence of his butcher. But let's not forget that he also wrote in the first line of the theory of moral sentiments, quote, "How selfish soever man may be supposed, there are evidently some principles in his nature which interest him in the fortune of others and render the happiness necessary to him, though he derives nothing from it except the pleasure of seeing it." In other words, even the uber-economists recognized that human beings are primarily moral creatures. Our oxygen, my friends, is the happiness of others. Try to never forget that. In the last several years, Americans have become sad. Rates of depression, suicide, loneliness have all gone up. And these especially affect young people, so chances are some of you have surely experienced mental health struggles or helped friends or family who have. At the same time, we have also become meaner to each other on social media, in politics, even day-to-day interactions. When I grew up in France, the stereotype of Americans is that they were super polite and nice and a little naive and yielded to pedestrians at crosswalks. When I told that to my 13-year-old daughter, she told me that today, the stereotype among French kids is that Americans are rude. What happened to us, my dear graduates? I think a common driver behind these two trends is the erosion in the public discourse of a sense of community and joint purpose. Each of us is now responsible for our own destiny. We do not owe anything to one another, and they don't owe anything to us. I do me, you do you. This notion had a real impact on our policies and our economics. For decades, progressively, leaders of all parties have allowed the notion that humans are primarily driven by narrow economic interest to guide their decisions, especially those regarding social protection and solidarity. The rhetoric of abuse and fraud that seems to have reached a fever pitch in the last few months is in fact ancient and bipartisan. Ronald Reagan had his welfare queen, and Bill Clinton ended welfare as we know it. But in fact, research has shown that the lazy welfare recipient is a myth. Around the world, receiving welfare payments does not lead people to work less, it often leads them to work more. For as humans, we want to work, we want to be useful, we want to have dignity and social connections. And this, my friends, is also true of me, and it's also true of you, and it's true of your colleagues and your friends. Graduates, the hardest work you have in front of you as you leave college is to discover what gives you worth and meaning. Until now, you have had grades, orchestra auditions, team tryouts, math competitions. All of this is over. You'll have to determine for yourself what the goals are and whether you're reaching them. I have no advice for you as you embark on this task, which is very personal, but I have one plea. Do not let anyone convince you that the world is a Hobbesian dystopian where everything is zero-sum and wealth is the ultimate metric of success. The world is not a place where there is a concentric center of caring, and beyond some radius, the value of others is zero. Think about this day. Think about how you got here. Remember the kindness of many, and ask yourself what you can do to keep that going. You don't need to be a saint, you don't need to be a martyr, you don't need to invent a cure for cancer. All you need to do is to pick up a project with someone else other than you in mind, and keep at it, even if you fumble. And treat others with grace, because for most likely, they are trying to do just the same. And if we all try, we'll change the world, and we'll do it with some pleasure along the way. Thank you, graduate, congratulations.
Good morning. My name is Kristen Williams, Chair of the Faculty and Professor of Political Science. Let me begin by saying on behalf of the Clark faculty, congratulations to you. Today is a very, very big deal. Fundamentally, Clark's mission is, quote, to educate undergraduate and graduate students to be imaginative and contributing citizens of the world, and to advance the frontiers of knowledge and understanding through rigorous scholarship and creative effort. Moreover, the mission makes clear the important commitment to, quote, the free pursuit of inquiry and the free exchange of ideas. Academic freedom is central to knowledge production, dissemination, and consumption. In effect, knowledge is power. When we think of knowledge as power, think of your own educational experiences at Clark, whether in the classroom, community engagement projects, internships, study abroad, field work, and so forth. You are invariably asked to ponder research questions, how and why. Consider some of the how and why questions asked by Clark faculty. How do the structure and function of enzymes affect human health, and how does their malfunction contribute to cancer and neurological disorders? How do politicians such as President Putin and political activists in Russia use masculinity to bolster their own legitimacy and attack their opponents? How does climate affect ecosystem relationships? How do people effectively use computer technologies? How do people make sense of oppression and violence against their group? Consider the questions asked in particular fields of study and courses here at Clark. How do artists navigate the political pressures of their historical moment? Why do ordinary people participate in atrocities? Why are things located where they are? How do we create healthy communities in safe housing, healthy and nutritious food, and access to green spaces? Why do you drink milk to minimize pain when eating spicy foods? At Clark, the knowledge you have gained from a liberal education, asking and answering the how and why questions, leads to the development of important skills necessary for democracy and civic engagement, skills that are essential more than ever at this particular moment in time. Written and communication skills, critical thinking, oral communication, problem solving, and qualitative and quantitative analysis skills. From the Association of American Colleges and Universities, quote, liberal education does not end at graduation, instead it fully commences then. Liberally educated graduates are poised to take their skills and proficiencies to even higher levels through practiced application and to play their part in sustaining democracy. You have a life ahead full of possibilities and promise. You are privileged to have received an education in a world of more than 8 billion people, most of whom will never have such an opportunity. Please remember the role that Clark played in your education. Be sure to stay in touch and let us know how you are doing in the years that follow. We want to hear from you. In closing, I leave you with a quote from British zoologist and primatologist Dr. Jane Goodall. What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. So again, on behalf of the faculty, congratulations to you, the Clark graduating class of 2025.
Good morning, graduates, families, and friends. My name is Lori Ross, and I am Associate Provost for Undergraduate Studies and Dean of the College. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce this year's senior speaker for the class of 2025. I came to know our speaker in my role as Director of the Department of Sustainability and Social Justice. There's so much to share about this outstanding student who truly epitomizes the definition of a Clarkie, someone who is driven to make the world better, more equitable, and accepting place. In her own words, she describes herself as a first-generation student, a woman of color, an immigrant, a child of an immigrant, who came to Clark in part to represent communities that have traditionally faced tremendous barriers to higher education. Majoring in international development and social change, she has consistently demonstrated exceptional focus, intellect, and compassion. I had the honor of attending her capstone presentation, where I and others in the room were literally moved to tears by the beautiful way she wove her personal story, her research, offering a uniquely compelling perspective that left us all confident she would go on to make a meaningful difference on her chosen path. Outside the classroom, Tamara founded the First Generation Student Association, which inspires Worcester high school students from underrepresented communities to consider college and supports fellow Clark students in exploring and finding strength in their identities. She serves as Vice President and Cultural Education Chair of the Caribbean and African Student Association. She interned and worked with several Worcester-based nonprofits, assisting refugees and immigrant families and youth in achieving educational success and a sense of belonging. It is then no surprise that Tamara has received 2 prestigious awards recognizing her leadership and influence: the Theodore Van Lau Undergraduate Prize in International Development and the International Development and Social Change Impact Award. I am so proud to hand the podium over to your senior class speaker, Tamara de Groot.
Thank you, Dean Ross, for that wonderful introduction. Hello and welcome, friends, family, faculty, staff, alumni, and the illustrious class of 2025. After endless nights of sleepless nights, we finally made it, so let's make some noise. My name is Tamara DeGroot, as you know, and I'm honored, moved, grateful, and just a tiny bit terrified to be standing in front of you all today. Okay, well, a lot terrified. However, if the view from up here is any indication, we have a lot of names to get through, so I'll do my best to keep my remarks succinct and try not to cry at any point during this speech. As I wrote this speech, I was staring at my Clark pennant that is attached to my wall since I was a freshman. Staring at the beautiful scarlet red for hours, I was reminded of a very important international icon, Mr. Krabs. Yeah, from SpongeBob SquarePants. I more specifically remember the episode where Mr. Krabs outgrew his shell right before his reunion, and he was feeling very naked and very squishy. Now, I'm in no way a woman in STEM, but from the few science classes I have taken, I remember that crabs are constantly molting their shells. As they grow, their shells begin feeling tight and uncomfortable. Therefore, the crab must leave their own shell, their own comfort, to search for a new one that fits their changes. This process is stressful. As the crab is searching for a new shell, a new home, they're placed in a precarious situation, a state of vulnerability, as they navigate their world without the protection and comfort of their shell. The idea and process has resonated with me and given me the strength that I needed to succeed throughout my time here. So I'd like to tell you a little bit about my journey. At just the age of 10, I left behind everything that was familiar and comfortable to me in New Amsterdam, Guyana, to come live in the United States with my mother and pursue my education. I was in a school where no one looked like me. I was not familiar with many of the things being taught, and it was the first time in my life that I was struggling both socially and academically. I was struggling so much that a teacher told me at 10 years old that I would never succeed, but here I am today proving her wrong. I didn't know it then, but I know now that the reason I was able to push forward was because I had to shed the version of myself that I was so frightened to let go. Now let's fast forward to the first day on campus, August 14, 2021. I know, it seems so long ago saying that. Only ACE and Connection students were on campus, and I was being shown around Bullock Hall, the place where I'll be doing my own cooking, own laundry, and for the first time in my life, not sharing a room with my sisters. Feeling overwhelmed and not wanting to cry in front of my mom and little sister, I closed my eyes and thought back to that specific episode of Mr. Krabs. Now, let's go forward. My first day of classes. I was the only person of color, and no one was speaking to me. The comfort that I found in the people that I met in Connections was long gone, and I was far away from home. So, again, I closed my eyes and thought back to that episode. When I decided I no longer wanted to major in political science for law school and instead major in international development after only taking one class with Professor Brissett, along with taking a gap year before law school, I was so uncomfortable that the plans that I had made for myself since I was a little girl in Guyana was changing. But I guess you could guess it. I closed my eyes and once again thought about Mr. Krabs. In each of those instances, I had to open myself to being vulnerable, shedding my previous shell in order to find my new home, my new safety, and grow into my new self. However, since we are not crabs, but humans, what we leave behind are not actual shells. They look like friendships, relationships, and even career choices that no longer fit who we are. Leaving your old self behind is intimidating, yet we do it all the time without realizing. You've all changed in so many ways that might seem small, but it has changed who you are at the same time. It might have been a challenging class, or even one of the many protests that we've had on campus that changed how you think, or even a new friendship. I, for one, need to thank my family and everyone who came to support me, my grandmother who's looking down on me, my sisters who couldn't make it, but especially my mom who's up there. She has changed her plans for her life many times and given up on many dreams. And given up on many dreams so I could be standing here today achieving mine. I said I wasn't gonna cry. I also want to thank my friends, both the ones that I've had before this journey and the wonderful ones that I've gained throughout these last 4 years. And of course, some of my wonderful professors sitting here and the staff members who have fueled my passion so that there's strength and power in my voice. All of you have helped me to grow, adapt, and change into the person that I am today. However, now we're all back in our vulnerable, uncertain stage as we start a new chapter in our lives, whether we know what we are doing post-grad or not, especially in political and economic uncertainty. But I want you to just remember that as we search for our new shell, the vulnerability that we show is not weakness, but rather a sign of growth. Our time as Clarkies has been great, but these 4 years are not the only best years of our lives, though we are told that many times since we've entered college. You could look back at all the memories that we've had, from spree day to late night breakfasts to even the late nights that we spent yapping with our friends. But do not dwell on it too much, because now we are entering a stage where we will shed our shells many times, and we will meet so many great versions of ourselves that we never knew existed. But now that I may have taught you more than you wanted to know about crabs, it is without a shadow of doubt that the class of 2025 has taught me that we are resilient, intelligent, and capable of change. So again, congratulations and happy graduation. We did it.
Thank you, Tamara, and once again, you've brought me to tears. With great joy, we ask the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science, please come forward.
Autumn Golding. Emily Rose Newman. Leah Marie Fadiman. Brianna Nicole Gerald Barron. Leah Lambrecht. Alexander J. Dentrone. Henry J. Fitzpatrick. Mason Kaufman. Matthew Wells. Ryan M. Kerr. Harrison J. Leduc. Griffin P. Robbins. Raven E. Nelson. Madeline Sage Whistler. Azilis Dubois. Siobhan Davis. Ella Incantalupo. Cameron Smith. Jaylene D. Nunez. Zeta Rue Waters. Ruth Latima Liu Babich. Casey Alcantara Reyes. Angeles Rodriguez Sanchez. Diana Reyes. Nori F. Tween. Angela Ron. Penelope S. Amara. Gieli Betzel Gallo. Shafi S. Hussein. Sarthak Chand. Noah B. Peck. Thomas Oliver Linton Meyer. Caleb Henty Brown. Dylan Rhodes Kern. Maximilian Lusser. Keikoa Puakela Logo Fatasi McCardle. Colby Jide Tyrese Randolph. Kyle Jackson. Isaiah J. Taylor. Ian Michael Calabrese. Bruce A. Saintelis. Nadia Marie Tavares. Nicholas V. Johnson. Matthew Sullivan Cooney. Matthew J. Pastana. Connor Jewson. Sophia Lindstrom. Kelly Dodge. Prastavana Pokral. Brooke Summer Langes. Audrey A. Roller. Karen Flores Celestino. Genesis Dana Ferreira Rios. Martin Hiromi Kaiser. Naishali Arus Nieves. Catherine Brooke Galvin Hill. Antonia Tolcucci. Liam McCold Burke. Bix Spanierman. Mars Goodwin. Annie J. Battle. Jaden Becker. Sasha Novellino. Aaron M. Lucas. Carly Slayball. Megan Fogarty. Dylan Remick. Jacob E. Goldman. Precious Sutton. Maeve Meehan. Andrew McBride. Aiden Hurtado. Grace M. Cairns. Joseph Andaloro. Adrian N. Ramirez. Marlianne S. Cabrera Resto. Valeria Mellado Otero. Liliana Colon. Annabelle C. Edwards Stoll. Molly Wilson. Kathleen Ben. Libby Lackman. Abigail Saint Amand. Phoebe Rebecca Cantor. Megan V. DeGray. Jordan Daniel Bine. Elias A. Kazin. Adrian Vivala. Z. Tesler. Bradis Young. Nyasha Anna Sichet Njanko. Megan Swedberg. Ariana Gale Scharf. Kiana Fisk. Rachel Jennifer Smith. Max M. Sormonti Bloom. Owen Brown Nassi. Ronen Danziger. Ethan M. Quinn. Kevin J. Braunwart. Sean Thomas Braunwart. Madeline Granger. Abigail Hart. Wesley Forrest Braun. Sarah Margaret Foley. Kate Smolens. Jamie Edward Burke. Elaine B. Linares. Catherine Roller. Natalie Huang. Jalian M. Rosa. Sage Johnson. Nate Engel. Charlotte Moriarty. Avery Boykin. Marco Marvin. Maggie Davis. Kalani Turbach. Sarah Yusim Wengroff. Shala Daphne Sharonfen. Lariah Graham. Eugenia Apoasan Agurima. Clarissa Catherine Coe. Megan Mulvey. Lizzie Dowd. Elise Beyer. Lily Carey. Julio C. Morales Mena. Leilani Jade Brown. Madeline McMillan. Anne Marie Walsh. Rowan Compton. Morgan Martin. Alistair Borg. William Smith. Miles Burden. George A. Patterson. Alexander R. Supron. Zach Burgess. Brian Rondo. Liam X. Wong. Charles Maxwell Weiler. Julianne Apulencia. Amanda Harper Pettengill. Emma G. Brackett. Nora Jane Netterlow. Zoe Newman. Natalia Caicedo. Evelyn Maeve Ward. Julia B. Columbotus. Toby Schrag. Gracie Paulson. Devin Kevitos. Connor O'Shea. Eileen M. Rodriguez. Mira Mills. Brianna M. Bodner. Morgan Eleanor McKean. Christy Savisi. Benjamin Leo Forrest. Andrea Malesh. William Lucian Miskowski. Quentin Alexandra Compere. Champ Natchewit Tawa Oxen. Tyler Richard Arkand. Aditya Goswami. Samuel Adesaji. Brenner Yellis. Thomas Carlo Montanari. Ariella Granning. Janelle Atad Peyumo. Melanie A. Reed. Sydney D. Kucher. Towns H. DeGroot. Bijan Hagigi Mood. Najia Ann Lloyd. Faith Elizabeth McLeod Ells. Alyssa Hopper. Savannah Grace Devlin. Eric Robleski Vandergrift. Caitlin Rochelle Woods. Rihanna France. Matthew Edward Kazanjian. Stephen Gibbons. Angelina Kastritskaya. Skylar Solwater. Isra Nadeem. Jenna Rosenblum. Ashley Layton. Andrea L. Mortimer. Jamie Brown. Sarah Annabella Francesca White. Roger Katina. Brian Swift. Artav B. Talker. Debrin Adon Suero. Luca Marius Hautzmuller. Carlos R. Moreno Gruvis. Athena Q. Boutros. Andre L. Bergeron. Angelina Velasquez Zamora. Joshua Stephen Aduse Oduro. Duncan R. Green. Nick Panetta. Silas Palmer. Brock Milashevsky. Melissa D. Fabridas. Livia Grace Dion. Aubrey E. Connors. Aaron Valent. Sarla Scully. Noah Brooklyn Schur. Dan Galuli. Lika Dmitrieva. Parker Anderson. Boran Gia. Christian Octaviano. Casara Ann Garcia Acosta. Tapua Kabaira. Jessica Aguirre. Lydia Hattie Hazard Leal. Frida Hennig. Daniela Josephine Zoller. Lauren Conti. Kelly Burns. Jackson A. Chase. Matthew Anderson. Declan Zielinski. Christian Yanashok. Jason Henry Messina. Rowan Palmer Claire Gregory. Penny C. Rabatsky. Hannah Polis. Sydney K. Kokensparger. Clea Tozluku. Isabel Alice Gustafsson. Jennifer Hope Rosen. Ariel Kiana Silver. Rayana Delage. Shayla Sky Bassingwaite. Anna Camilli. Caroline Hayden Craig. Sam Kennell. Zach Peterson. Elizabeth Margaret Curtin. Sean Borden. Jose Mencia. Gavin L. Belt. Carter Swan Doran. Christian M. Johnson. Ryan P. Bonja. Tyler Jones. Seneca Kent Hillock Lonstein. Aaron Jackson Hunter. Mary Halasinski. Eileen Lim. Daniela Jarawan Boisilier. Hazel Margaris. Kiara Davis. Krishna Gajar. Sofia Guzman Farias. Cayetana Rodriguez Polar. Gianfranco Cornejo Jeezy. Isabel Jane Safar. Emily Manjar. Suki Davies. Ashley Pasqua Valois. Ian McCormack. Evan Chapman Suko. Nish Patel. Amanda Sage Zetzman. Jennifer Aisha Krulish Hossein. Caitlin Humphrey. Zeb Meyer Perkis Breen. Rowan Oliveira. Freddie G. Leary. Gerdalie Jean-Louis. Zoel McQuillan Batstone Morrissey. Elizabeth Zeno. Michael Wen. Logan Daniel Farrell. David Soskov. Jack Hughes. Henry C. Lowray. Jeffrey DePadua. Nathan P. Rosenlev. Gavin Buckingham. Eduardo Pagan. Andrada Gimpu. Samuel Bazer. Hunter LeBlanc. Mackenzie Sullivan. Anna Brooks Mazer. William Kelleher. Sean Selzer. Ephraim City Shire. James Reedy. Allison Grace Reinhardt. Malia Gady. Ruben Gonzalez. Angel M. Rojas. Victoria McKay. Beatrice May Altop. Callan Shepard. Cassandra Catalina Trevino. Catherine A. Dow. Angelina A. McNeil. Maisha Zamrin. Dania Khan. Solyan B. Mishkeri. Zach L. Giannakis. Xavier Y. Zinkovich. Luca A. Kramer. Josh A. Jankowitz. Charles Gardner. Gabriel Melul Fresco. Adam Rotem. Elsa A. Adrian. Owen Sheff. Anashka Alex. Xander Day. Darby J. Hartford. Sophia Pastino. Andrew J. Ferrari. Armand Urban. Liz Cowart. Claire Davies. Emily Wells. Angela R. Hooker. Isabel Spicer. Amy Gisele Marin Guaman. Talia Da-Yun Pizer. Molly Misun Jo. Abby Smith. Laurel Flowers. Amba Efa Donko. And Ty. Dylan Fung. Ella Fontaine. Ezra Schwerner. Eleanor Elizabeth Karabetsos. Aaron Richmond Crossett. Miley Elizabeth Margulis. Emma Nicodemus. Jasper Scott. Rebecca Murphy. Ben Michaud Bang. Catherine Labreche. Oliver I. McEwen Debney. Willow Brooks. Jacob Eisenberg. Liam Holt. Anissa Bihi Gilmore. Meti Fakadu Fufa. Keisha Rusaro Buchano. Lucas Viet Wong. Joshua Andrew Wong. Delmi Enriquez. Melissa Martinez. Claudia Q. Gomes. Isabella Campos Matson. Wendy Bui Fan. Catherine Rose McLaughlin. Ellie Hansen. Myelin Laurel Gibson. Jack Grawl Keene. Leo H. Brisson. Daniel Kelly. North Henninger. Abigail Wilkes. Olivia Jean Pedrick. Renee E. Knowles. Zoe Souter. Zeke Fairley. Grace W. Shattuck. April M. Kronowski. Catherine Jean Jones. Zachary Baranowski. Daniel Lurie. Clayton Warren Singleton. Sabrina Richards. Carlos Perez Gasca. Thomas Hellerstein. Adrija Das. Andrew N. Melville. Jack G. O'Reilly. Sylvia Kathleen Salmon Burns. Maya Senquiz. Tessa M. Glennon. Aiden Coulter. Isabel Lisette Echeverry. Isabella Ramirez. Ivana Torres Rivera. Luke S. Saya. William Lopez. Sasha Cohen. Tyler Manley. Colin Ruiz. Zachary A. Kratz. Camilo U. Quinteros Paria. Anna Tinklenberg. Julia Bosco. Lily Ann Daher. Ashley Rachel Hughes. Zoe Marie Yearout. Margot R. Springer. Patrick Ziegler. Connor Phillip Sheehy. Ava C. Orofino. Alexa Decker. AJ Oringer. Jenna Bell Ward. Lily Diana Abrams. Caroline June Rizinga. Wynn Dromey. Natalie M. Ward. Roslady Rosario. Tamara DeGroot. Ashley Samuel. Camille Song Sterling. Ethan Adams. Tu Lee. Ryan Hovey. Ian Cruz. Julia Mika Pavlithis. Kennedy Masato. Esperanza Garcina Bobro. Ethan William Long Keller. Samuel Cruz. Elias J. Simpson. Zhuye Yang.
With great pleasure and in the favoring presence of those here assembled, we now turn to the process of conferring the baccalaureate degrees. Will all the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees please rise and be recognized? President Fithian, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor to present the candidates for and recent recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. I declare that each candidate has fulfilled all the requirements of the university for the degree and request that the degree be conferred upon each of them.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I do hereby confer upon you the baccalaureate degrees as indicated, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. I express the hope that this, your first degree, will inspire a lifelong learning. Congratulations.
Graduates, you may now turn your tassels from the right to the left. Graduates, you may now be seated.
Today's exercises are a time-honored tradition that not only recognize individual achievement, but also institutional history and the relationship between the two. As I noted at the beginning of our program, our graduates are all different, and yet you are now all the same in one respect. You are now all graduates of Clark University. And as such, it is my honor to welcome you into the brilliant company of Clark alumni. Fiat Lux, let the light of Clark long illuminate your path. I now declare the 121st commencement exercises of Clark University closed. Please remain in place while the platform party stands. Congratulations.